Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. It is the beginning of a new month. It's Tuesday. It was 1st of July yesterday, but it feels like the beginning of a new month today. I'm feeling really weird today. I feel like there is a change in the air. I was watching someone's video yesterday and something kind of clicked in me that today when I thought I need to make something for YouTube, I thought, do I need to make something for YouTube? It has felt, I'm sure it's felt for you, but it's definitely felt for me very recently that I am just making videos to tick a box. I need to make a YouTube video for this channel because I need to make a video. I haven't made one in however many, it needs to be this many per week. I felt like this has to go out to maintain this channel. And I don't know whether or not it does anymore. So I was watching this video yesterday. I don't remember who the person was. Probably many of you would know this person. I got the impression that they were a drag channel, maybe famous, possibly RuPaul's Drag Race. I don't know. I've never seen this person before. But I was served this video from YouTube because it was a declutter, and he was going through all of his makeup and saying like, he can't justify keeping all this anymore. This is crazy. He's had like more than a decade's worth of collection. It's like hoarder's collection is what he called it. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of how I feel. But with way less justification for the stuff that I've got, because he was like previously a makeup artist, and obviously his entire shtick is like a lot of makeup. Mine has never been that. So there was that, and I'm watching him declutter things feeling like, yeah, I want to do that, but the thing that puts me off is I always feel like, but what if? Every time I declutter something, I think, oh, but what if I do a video that's like all things under this much? Or what if I do a video that's like all this brand? I do have that hoarder mentality. It's literally in my blood, but I also have that, but what if I need it for a video? And while I was watching him, I thought, when was the last time I felt like I needed it for a video? My channel has not been that for a really long time. So we had this. Earlier on in the day yesterday, Mila was watching an old vlog and it had me in it, obviously, and I had full makeup. This was probably from about 10 years ago. Full makeup, like full foundation, eyes, lips. And he said, you look like a doll. And it wasn't weird makeup. It wasn't like abnormal makeup for the time, but it really made me realize how different my relationship is now with makeup than it was then, even 10 years ago. I mean, I say even 10 years ago, that is a long time, but I feel like even 5 years ago, whether it was pre-pandemic, I don't know when this shift happened. And I know I've talked about this before, but it really feels recently like I wear makeup less days than I don't. I'm still excited about makeup from time to time, but I do still find myself falling into buying things for YouTube. Oh, I should buy this because I've had a couple of people ask me to review the new e.l.f. Is it called Soft Glam foundation? I have no interest in reviewing a foundation just to review a foundation. And I don't mean that to say, you know, I don't care. I appreciate that you guys want my opinion. But the only reason I would buy that and the only reason I would make the video is because people said, would you review this? I have no interest in that foundation. I wouldn't be, as a consumer, looking through and being like, ooh, that appeals. It doesn't appeal to me. That's not where I'm at in my makeup journey. That's just not how I'm feeling about makeup at the moment. It's not the kind of product that I want. I feel like my relationship with makeup at this point is I am looking for things that are easy. I'm looking for things that flatter my skin as it is now. I'm very into skincare. I'm kind of like round the corner to 40, and I want to share things that are working for me right now, but they're not going to necessarily be like the newest, the sparkliest, the brand new launches. They're not necessarily going to be exciting. Some of them are going to be more expensive. If I only buy one thing a month rather than 10 things a month because I'm doing YouTube stuff, I can afford to make that a more expensive purchase. I just feel the shift now is so permanent. There was a point where I thought, maybe I'll come. No, I do like to do a full makeup face occasionally, but it's even for work. I mean, especially with the hay fever season, I haven't been wearing mascara, which is crazy. In a million years, I would have said like that would be the thing. No, even mascara I'm going without at work. Something has changed and it's not temporary. Whether it's age, lifestyle, I don't know. I can't maintain a whole YouTube channel based on makeup and beauty. I haven't been for years. But I've had in the back of my mind that I've still set up an expectation that it is still a beauty channel, and it's not. So in my mind, when I think I've got to make this video, I kind of glance at the content I've been making. If I haven't made something like that recently, I need to make something like that to like address the balance. I don't. That's not what this is anymore. I will probably still talk about it from time to time. I definitely love an empties, but I just kind of want to reset the expectation of what this is going to be. And if that means that you aren't interested in following this channel anymore, I absolutely get it, and that is totally cool. This is your time. This is like the invitation to, you're not going to be interested in my stuff anymore. Maybe you'll like dip in and out if you see something that's interesting that like pops up in your For You page, but you may not be. I don't want to disappoint you on a regular basis. I love the vlogs. I love the kind of casual nature of those. I love just being able to pick up the camera and talk. It's always been my favorite thing, to just kind of pick up and talk about whatever it is. I love the podcast that I'm doing with Emma, which we've kind of tailed off towards the end of this season, but there's going to be one more episode and then we'll be back in August. But I love that because we can talk about whatever we want on a weekly basis. We have a little catch up and a chat. We're going to talk about TV shows that we love. I love it. And the whole thing of YouTube is, and I've always said, people that say, you know, what would be your advice? If you were starting something today, if you thought, I want to start a YouTube channel, start talking about something that you're interested in. Because if you try and figure out what people are interested in, what people might want to hear you talk about, it's not going to work. You're not going to last very long. If you're not interested in talking about it, why even bother? Why even bother? I was talking to my friend yesterday. She started a new business. She's like bejeweling cups and accessories and things. It's so cool. It's like very Y2K, millennial. I'll leave you the link below. She's set up an Etsy shop. This is obviously not an ad, but this is my best friend's little business. And she's made me this, it's awesome. She's made me this little Starbucks cup that's got like a bejeweled logo. It's amazing. And we were talking about, you know, what she should make and what other people are making. And she was showing me pictures and I said, but do you want to make that? Like, people might want that. There might be a market for it. But if you are choosing to do this with your time, why would you do something that you're not interested in? Or why would you just do something that's like feels like a chore? If you're not really interested in doing that, don't do it. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment with YouTube. I feel like I've been kind of beating a dead horse for too long, and I've been trying to, like, maybe it'll come back to me. Maybe eventually. It won't. It's done. That phase of my life is over. I'm not going to be the person that brings you an armful of swatches. I'm not going to be the person who says, oh my God, I've got the newest thing and I'm going to compare it. I'm just not interested anymore. I don't even watch videos like that. I'm not even consuming content like that. I am still interested in, does this work? And I will still bring things to you that I think are absolutely amazing, but I'm not going to be going out of my way to get the newest, biggest, brightest thing and swatch it and tell you it's this or it's that. I'm just not. Thinking about decluttering all of my stuff, I was thinking, but what if? And that what if doesn't exist anymore. So I am quite excited to do some videos for you in the coming weeks where we do proper, I'm going to go through everything. I'm going to be cutthroat because it's a little bit like when you've had your final baby, like when you've had your first child and you're like getting rid of their little clothes that they don't need anymore, and you're kind of holding things back thinking, but what if I have another baby? When you had your final child and you're getting rid of their clothes, you still hold on to some things because they've got memories and you don't want to get rid of everything, but it's a different feeling. It's very much like, I'm never going to need this again, unless I'm keeping it for nostalgia, which there's definitely some things makeup wise that I will keep because they're like the memes, but unless I'm keeping it for nostalgia's sake, I don't need it. I am never going to need this again. And that's kind of where I'm coming at this from. So I'm going to do some mega declutters. I want less stuff. I want like literally like a drawer or two of things that this is where I do my makeup from, and that will make me excited to do my makeup, and it will make me excited to talk about the things that I'm using. But that's not going to be the basis of this anymore. That's not going to be the bulk of this channel. I don't really know what it is going to be. I think it's probably going to lean towards me navigating midlife. My kids are older now. Like you say, I'm around the corner of 40. I mean, I've got a lot of life experience to share. I've had a lot of things happen. I do still have a day job. I run a business. I obviously have done YouTube for like 14 years. I don't feel like my be all and end all in terms of what I've got to offer is makeup. I've never even been a makeup artist. I have no skill or expertise in that arena at all. It was just what I decided to start with, and it kind of like stuck. But it's just not where I'm at now. It's kind of like leaving a job and being like, I still enjoy these people that I work with. I'm gonna see them from time to time, but I'm not gonna see them every day anymore. This isn't who I am. I've moved on. That's kind of how I'm feeling. I do think that on my vlog channel, I'm gonna start posting a little bit more about my small business. So I want to do a little bit more of, you know, this is how I do this, this is how I do that. Make some kind of very specific candle making content for people that are interested, and for people that like, because I don't think there's a lot of English people talking about that. So I think I may do more of that. So then maybe I'll bring some kind of vlogging content over here that's like very specifically not that. You know, like days out, that kind of stuff. I don't know. I do want to do more like just chatting with you guys kind of videos. I do also want to talk a little bit more about style. She says wearing leggings and a sweatshirt, which she swore she wasn't going to do on New Year's Day. I was like, one of my main things of New Year was I'm gonna start dressing. And I really did do well. And I think overall, I have massively improved. I used to wear leggings and sweatshirts and t-shirts like every single day. This week, I mean, it's only Tuesday, but this week I've worn them Monday and Tuesday. It's a weird weather. It was so hot the last couple of weeks, and then now I feel like, what is it? I'm sitting outside today because I feel like I need to be outside. I just am feeling so strange. I feel like I need a little bit of fresh air, and maybe this would be a good place for this. I feel like I'm just in the house all the time. But yeah, style stuff, I think I would like to touch more on, because again, as I'm getting older, I am like finding my style all the more. And I do think, going back to the book I wrote on style, which again, what a lol for someone who's wearing sweatshirts and leggings right now. I do still believe a lot of the stuff that I wrote in that book, which was that you are styling the phase of life that you're in right now. And as I said, I feel like my phase of life has changed. I feel like I've moved through to something else. And what felt like maybe this is just maybe it's a temporary phase, now I feel is, no, this is who I am now. I'll probably be someone different in the future, but this is kind of my new era of who I am. So yeah, I've watched people talk about like, I'm disappearing from YouTube, I'm not quitting YouTube. I don't think I'll ever quit YouTube. I think that, no, I really don't think I'll ever quit YouTube. I don't know what I'll do in the future. I'll always be doing something. I feel really strongly that I would miss, even if nobody watched, it would be very sad, but if nobody watched, this is like a video journal for me. This is like, it does something for my mental health to sit and talk to you as if you're my therapist, which is probably not great, but it does do something for me positively. And so I'll never ever give up this, whatever this actually is. I'll never ever give this up. But I just can't commit to, I'm going to be the same person that I was 14 years ago, because I'm not. It's normal not to be, but I think I've just held on too long. It's been years and years coming. I mean, I changed my name, and then I was like, oh, I shouldn't have changed my name. Everything went downhill from there. But no, I just needed to commit, and I didn't. I changed my name, and I still kind of tried to make the same content that I made before. I even considered, let's just put this to bed. I'll just close this whole channel down and I'll start a brand new one, so that I don't feel like people will be disappointed by she's not doing what I signed up for. Like, I tell you I'm Miss Budget Beauty and you click on that subscribe button and you're like, I'm in. And then I don't talk about budget beauty and you're like, you're a liar, which I get. I set the expectation. And that's why I felt like when I was feeling weird today and I was like, what video am I gonna make? I probably should make a video about makeup. Probably should do. I thought, no, we need to maybe change the boundaries of this and say, that's not what this is anymore. Not for me. And if that means that I'm not for you or this content is not for you, I mean, there are people that I really enjoy and I just don't watch their videos at all. I like them on Instagram, I like them as people, but I don't really enjoy their subject matter. There are people that I watch that I wish they vlogged as well because I love them so much. I wish I could also watch their vlogs. Sometimes you like the person, you don't like what they're talking about. Sometimes you like what they're talking about and you're not that bothered about the person. It is what it is. We can opt in and out of everything that we receive online, pretty much. You can edit your feed, that is totally in your remit to do. I do that all the time. There are people that I really like and I have unsubscribed or muted them on Instagram because I'm just not into what they're sharing. And it's nothing to do with them. I don't feel anything towards them. I just am not really interested in what they're sharing right now. So I will not be hurt in any way if I lose followers in droves. I would rather, let's set the expectation now. It's not going to be what it used to be. We're probably moving into a middle-aged woman, a middle-aged woman kind of YouTube content, whatever that is, which I couldn't have anticipated when I started this channel when I was 25. I'm a different person than I was then. I'm fine with that. I think I prefer the person I am now than I was when I was 25 by a long way. I would never go back. But yeah, I hope you guys appreciate that. I hope you don't feel like this was, because I know sometimes you'll watch videos and you're like, this was an unnecessary update. It feels necessary to me because I have felt that, not a burden, but I have felt that the weight of that expectation that I have set for myself. And so for me, this is like drawing a line in the sand. Just give it up. It's not what it was before. Let's just call it a day. And now let's see what happens. I'm still totally going to do certain videos because I really enjoy them, but I'm not going to do anything that feels like, oh, I've got to do this because, you know? And look out for those declutters because they are going to be immense. And I have like a newfound confidence that I can get rid of things because I'm never going to need them again.